All right. Hello, Meta. How are you guys doing? I am excited to be here. Hello. Yay. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh, I love you too. Thank you for asking me to be here. And Ange is going to be on our Instagram page tomorrow, so definitely check that out for you guys that are just tuning in. If we don't know each other, my name's Natalie, and thank you for trying out something new. And if we do know each other, it's been a while, and I'm stoked to be part of the family from afar. Woohoo! Hi! Cool. Okay. Well, we have a little less than 60 minutes, so we're going to get moving into this thing. P-Flow. And I'm going to give you P-Flow from a One Yoga perspective, so it might be a little different than you're used to, but join along with me. Have fun. And take it at your own pace. I'll give lots of options. Oh, I miss you too. I'll give lots of options. You can take rest whenever you need to. Most important thing, find your breath, Ujjayi breath, as much as you can, especially because you guys aren't in the hot studio anymore, so you can work on that Ujjayi. Okay, I'm stoked. Let's get going. So find a comfortable seat. Hands rest on your thighs or in your lap. Spine tall. Option to close your eyes. Take your awareness to your breath, and when you're ready, begin to deepen your exhales. And recognize that as this is a home practice, that things may interrupt you at home. And as Pattabhi Jois said, home life is the 7th series, it's the hardest one. So if you are interrupted by kids, partners, pets, the phone, a ding on the computer, just welcome it in. Understand that it's part of the process, it's there to teach you something. And draw your awareness back to your breath when you can. You have the option on your next inhale to lift your hands up, place them at the center of your chest, palms towards each other. Have a slight space between the inner palms. This is known as Anjali Mudra. And with your head humbled, find or set your intention for your practice today. And it doesn't need to be huge or life-changing. It's simply why you are here. Do know that although we're in different places, we are connected, and this practice draws us together. So what you do on your mat matters. The energy you create matters. I do start class with the sound of Om. You are welcome to join me, but if that is foreign to you, something not there, you just listen. Exhale all your air. Inhale through your nose. Let that vibration settle in the body, in the room, and further. And release your hands down. Slowly open your eyes and find your way into a downward facing dog. If you need the intermediary posture, please take it. So if you feel like cat-cow to begin with, just want to stay on hands and knees, you're welcome to. If you're ready to move into down dog, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Bring a lot of awareness into your hands to start with. So index finger and thumb plant down into your mat. Pads of your fingertips press down as well to keep your wrists safe. And as you press through the inner edges of both your hands, I want you to feel a lengthening up through the spine. So get taller, get your sitting bones away from the floor, and breathe into that length. And I practice downward facing dog with feet together. You are, of course, more than welcome to take your feet at hip distance apart. You're very welcome to have a bend in your knees as well, especially if that allows you to create more length with your spine. Find your Ujjayi breath, that slight constriction within your low throat. And as the breath is pulled along that constriction, it becomes audible to you. And if there's somebody beside you, to them. But maybe not the person across the house. One more breath. On your inhale, come high up on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forwards, and step quietly up to the top of your mat, big toes to touch, space between your heels. Inhale, hands to your shins or the floor, lift and lengthen forwards. Exhale to pour forwards and bow down. Keep your arms awake, not dangling, crown of your head towards the floor. Let's do that again. Inhale, hands to shins or the mat. Extend out, navel to spine, protect your low back. Exhale, pour forwards, bow down, navel in, crown of your head towards the floor. Plug your feet down, inhale, rise up, both hands reach to the sky, option to look up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. And release them down the side. You stay here, Samastitihi, one breath, inhale. Full exhale. Have an amazing class, my friends. Bend your knees, inhale, float your arms up, hips stay low, Utkatasana. Exhale, hinge and fold, bow forwards to Uttanasana. Inhale, long spine, flat back, lift your chest. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to high plank, touch your knees down and lower all the way to your mat, one long line of your body. Just waking up the spine, inhale, lift just your chest, tops of shoulders roll back as feet press down. Exhale, downward facing dog, move through your knees. 3 cycles of breath, inhale, long spine. Exhale, navel to spinal ribs in. Inhale, press your palms, lengthen up. Exhale, wake your legs up, kneecaps lift if your legs are straight. Last breath, breathe in. Exhale, bend your knees, look forwards at the bottom of the breath. Step, walk, float, top of the mat, big toes to touch. Inhale, long spine, lift your chest. Exhale, hinge and fold, bow down, navel in. Bend your knees, inhale, rise up, Utkatasana. Exhale, stand tall, Samastitihi. We add on, bend your knees, inhale, float your arms up. Hold here now, 2 breaths. Press your palms together and look up towards your thumbs. So your arms are going to come slightly in front of you to make that happen, and you may not go as low down through the legs. Last exhale, and pour forwards and bow down, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, long spine, lift your chest, flat back. Exhale, step to high and lower down, chaturanga, so halfway or all the way to your mat if you need that. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, upward dog, thighs and knees are off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths, inhale. Exhale, gaze steady. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, release any tension and jaw in the face. Final full breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step, walk, float, top of the mat, big toes to touch. Take an inhale, long spine, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forwards, bow down. Deeply bend your knees. Inhale, float your arms up. This time, shoulder width apart, and come lower down through the hips. Stay with me. Reach your arms in front of you at shoulder height towards the front of the mat. Bend down, lower through your knees. Bring your sitting bones towards the floor. Sit all the way back, and then lift your feet up. boat pose, Navasana. Hold here, continue to breathe. Draw in through the low abdominals, lift them up and in, and avoid rounding your low back. Lift up tall. One more breath. Hardest part, we'll see if I can do this with you. You're going to plant your feet down, come back to Utkatasana. So feet down, lift up, and exhale, stand tall, hands to heart center. Release them down beside you. Good job. Bend your knees. Inhale, float your arms up. Stay low through the legs. Now this time, interlock your fingers and exhale, press your palms up above the crown of your head. Straighten your elbows. So with the interlocked fingers, straight elbows, I want you to reach long through your back. Draw your low ribs in towards each other. Keep pressing. One more breath. And exhale, hinge and fold. Release the arms, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, long spine, lift your chest. Exhale, step to high, jump to low, Chaturanga Dandasana. You move through that as you need. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more, breathe in. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step, walk, float, top of your mat, big toes to touch. Inhale, long spine, lift your chest. Exhale, hinge and fold, bow down. Deeply bend your knees, inhale, lift your arms up, Utkatasana. Navasana once again, so fingertips reach forwards. How lightly, quietly can you sit back and lift your toes up off the mat? All right, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, turn over to your right side, take an inhale, lean back, so toes come forward, shoulders back, and exhale to come back up. Inhale, exhale to come back up. Inhale, exhale to come back up. Switch sides, inhale, lean back. Exhale to come back up. Inhale, lean back. Exhale up. One more time, inhale, lean back. Exhale to come back up. Switch to face the front. Here we go. Plant your feet down. Utkatasana. Take an inhale, stand tall. Exhale, hands to the center of your chest. Release your arms down. Inhale, bend your knees, float your arms up. Once again, interlock your fingers and press your palms up. So, for this one, come a little bit lower down. For some people, without lifting your heels, can you come all the way down into low squat? Biceps stay by your ears, heels stay on the floor if you can. Keep pressing through your fingers, your palms towards the front. One more breath. Take an inhale, come up slightly, and exhale, release your arms down, bow forwards. Inhale, long spine, flat back. Exhale, step to high, jump to low, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Come back to your breath. Full breath in. Full breath out. Last one, hold for your inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, able to spine, step, walk, float, top of your mat. Inhale, long spine, lift your chest. Exhale, hinge and fold, bow down, bow forwards. From here, inhale to lift your chest, lift your heels up. Now exhale to bend your knees to the outside of your arms. So you can hop back on the mat if you need to a little bit. Plant your palms down. So option for Bakasana, this is early in the practice for you to take this. You can just use it as an abdominal strengthening exercise. If you want to go ahead and float those toes up, you do that. If you're working abdominal strengthening, elbows in line with your arms, your wrists and shoulders. Bend your upper arms like a shelf, knees to the upper arms, close to the armpits as you can. Bring the weight into your toes. Round your back, so pull that belly in and stay in that shape. If those toes want to lift, maybe they lift, maybe they don't. One more breath. And exhale, everybody touch the toes down, come to meet us. So you're going to straighten your legs, long spine, lift your chest. Exhale, hinge and fold, step up to the top of the mat if you went back a bit. Inhale, rise up, both hands reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. And release them down beside you. Bend your knees, inhale, float your arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to the center of your chest. Take a full breath in here, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to your right, so your left elbow connects with your outer right thigh. Now use your eyes, look down at your knees, make sure they're even. If your left knee is pulled in front, you pull that left hip back. Option to stay here or to release. Left hand down to a block of the floor. Right hand can go up to the sky. Just make sure you can keep breathing wherever you are. If your arms are open, bring them back in, hands to prayer. Look down towards your mat. Inhale, raise your left heel and your left toes up, and as slowly as you can on an exhale, you're going to step your left leg back behind you into a long lunge. Breathe here. And again, option for left hand to go down, right hand to go up. If you want to take this further, take your top hand and reach it towards the top of your mat. So you're lengthening from your right fingertips down to your left toes. With each exhale, maybe you deepen that twist a little, left ribs under, right ribs open. On your inhale, bring your right arm back up to the ceiling. Keep lifting your torso, so stack your torso now on top of your hips. Inhale, bring your right hand down towards the mat and then up to the sky. Anjaneyasana, high lunge. Exhale, lower your hands down and lower your back knee to the floor. Inhale to straighten through your front leg. Front toes up to the sky, and exhale, bend back into your front knee. Do that again. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to bend back into your front knee. Keep your chest working forwards. Inhale, lengthen. Pull your right hip back. Hold here. If you need blocks under your hands to hold this, you take blocks under your hands. Work the front leg, your right leg towards straight as much as you can. For those that would like, walk your hands over to your right side. So you're adding a gentle twist. You're going to feel this more in the side of the right leg. So keep pressing your right heel forwards and pull your right hip back. One more breath. On your inhale, walk your hands to the top of your mat. Bend into your front knee. Inhale to lift your back knee up. Anjaneyasana. Inhale, float both arms up to the sky. Stack your shoulders on your hips. Now exhale, right arm forwards, left arm back. Turn the outer edge of your back foot down and parallel to the back of your mat. A long stance between your legs, Virabhadrasana 2. Come back to your breath. One more here. On your next inhale, please begin to straighten through your front leg. Reach forwards through your right fingertips. And exhale, right hand down to a block or the floor. Left hand up to the sky. Now work to straighten that front leg as much as you can. So press the mound of the front big toe down. And as you do so, feel that right hip lift back a little bit more. Press the baby toe edge of your back foot to the floor and lift the back of your left knee up towards the sky as well. One more breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms parallel to the floor, and exhale, turn your right toes to face the left long edge of your mat, hands on your hips. Inhale, lift your chest up, option to look up. Exhale, hinge and fold, release down. Fingertips come to a block or the floor, long spine. Inhale, extend out. And exhale, maybe you walk your hands between your feet. So if you're walking your hands, you want chaturanga arms, so elbow right on top of wrist, shoulders pull back. Don't walk your hands back further. Train yourself, so index finger and thumb plant down and the arms get awake. If you want to lift those feet up, you go for it. Try tripod headstand. So keep the action in the upper back of hands pressing down. One more breath. So those that are up, please come down. Lower feet to your mat. Inhale, walk your hands back out, long spine, lift your chest. Exhale to stay here. Okay. Inhale, walk to the top of your mat. Turn your right toes forwards. Come high up on the ball of your back foot. Bend your back knee. Exhale, step up to the top of your mat. Forward fold and bow down. Bend your knees. Inhale, float your arms up. Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to the center of the chest. We get to do this on the other side. Inhale, long spine lift. Exhale, twist to your left. So again, you can look at your knees. And if you've done this a million times, always good to use those eyes. Option to open your arms, right hand down, left hand up. And can you get your sitting bones below your shoulders? Keep asking them to come down. If the arms are open, draw them back in and press your palms together for security. Look down to your mat. Inhale, raise your right heel, then your toes up off your mat, and step slowly your right leg back behind you into that long lunge. Good. And here again, right hand down, left hand up towards the sky. Very welcome to be here. Don't need to go further. If you can, without rounding your spine, that left hand will reach over your head towards the top of your mat. Hug your left hip back and reach through your left fingertips. So make space through that left side of your body. Back leg strong. Inhale, left hand comes back up. Exhale to hold here. Inhale, everybody lift up. So if you're in prayer, open your arms. Take an inhale, left hand down. Bring both hands up towards the sky, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, touch both hands down and lower your back knee to the mat. Inhale, walk your hands back, flex your front toes. Exhale, bend into your front knee. So following your breath, undulating. Inhale, begin to straighten and lengthen through your front leg. Exhale, bend into your front knee, chest forwards. Last one, inhale to pull back. This one we hold. So if you need those blocks now, please take them. Press forwards through the front of your left mound of the big toe. Straighten your left leg as much as you can. And then if you want, those hands will walk over to your left side. Pull your left hip back as you press the left side of your heel forwards to increase the opening into that side leg. One more breath. Inhale, walk your hands back to the front. Bend into your front knee and exhale to float your back knee up. High lunge. Plug down through both feet. Inhale, float both arms up. Exhale, left arm forwards, right arm back. Open your arms parallel to the floor. Hug that left sitting bone underneath yourself until you see or feel your front knee open towards the left side a little more. Arms parallel to the earth. And be strong, be here in this warrior two. Inhale, simultaneously stretch your front leg, reach forwards with your left fingertips, draw out through your spine. Exhale, left hand down, right hand up to the sky. Now check for back bending here. So low ribs draw in towards each other. And tailbone works back towards your back heel. So with each inhale, you draw forwards more. And exhale to twist, keeping the connection to core. Final breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Turn your left toes, exhale to turn to face the right side of your mat. So hands can come back onto your hips. Take an inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hinge and fold, bow forward. So if you want more challenging, keep the hands on the hips for this one. I get to talk between my legs to you. Shoulders roll back, elbows up towards the sky. If you need the hands on the floor, of course you take them. Lots of options here. Now draw the weight more into your toes and your heels and extend through your kneecaps more than you did before. So really keep that strength. Hyperextenders, micro bend in the knee so you don't press and sit back into those joints. 2 more breaths. The hands are on your hips, lower them down. Inhale, long spine, lift your chest. Exhale to stay here. Inhale, walk your hands to the top of the mat, left toes point forwards, come high up in the ball of your back foot. Exhale, step up to the top of the mat, forward fold, and bow down. Inhale, long spine, lift your chest. Heel toe your feet hip distance apart. Take your peace fingers, index and middle, grab onto your big toes, palms face each other. Weight more in the toes than the heels. Inhale, lengthen your chest forwards. Now exhale, draw your chest down towards your thighs. So with the weight a little more in your toes and your heels, you begin to feel a greater pull and opening through the backs of your legs. Of course, knees can be bent if that back body is just a little strong, which means it may be a little bit tighter. But if the legs are straight, then really work to straighten them and kneecaps up to your thighs and let the legs be soft. Okay, right fingers are going to stay wrapped around your big toe. And on an exhale, place your left hand onto your hip. Now you trust your body on this. Plant your left foot down. Some more weight into your left foot. Now just trust. You're going to, on an inhale, press down and lift all the way up, straight ahead of you. And if you fell out, or that didn't work, no worries. Just meet us up in this pose. Tita Hasta Padangustasana. This is like Angie's favorite pose word, by the way. Okay, take your left hand to the outside of your left foot. If that's not going to work, you bend your knee and take your hand to the outside of your left knee. Okay, so either one is perfect. Take an inhale, take your right arm back behind you and come into the twist. So here again, press through your right heel forwards towards the front, the top of your mat. Press your left foot down and work to straighten your standing leg. One more breath. Inhale, come back to face the front. Bend your right knee. Place your ankle onto your thigh. Hands come to prayer and bend deeply into your left knee. If you want to arm balance, once again, option to play with flying pigeon. If you're good enough for now, you can stay here with me. Option to reach your arms back for flying eagle. Keep the sitting bones low. Keep the shoulders pulling back. One more breath. If you're in flying pigeon, come back up to meet us. Inhale, stand tall, hands to the center of the chest, right knee in front of you at 90 degrees. Exhale, feet hip distance apart, lower your hands down. Inhale, both hands reach up. Exhale, forward fold, bow forward. Inhale, long spine, flat back. So, second time, option to grab those big toes, or this time, Padahastasana, hands underneath your feet, toes up to your wrist creases. And on an exhale, you bow forwards. A lot of great opening for the back body here. Release any tension through the jaw, through the face. Long exhales. And on this last one, take your hands out from underneath your feet if they're there. Hold onto your left big toe, index and middle. Place your right hand on your hip. Now trust. Find one spot. You've got to do it in one fluid motion. Plug down and inhale. Come all the way up to standing. And if you can't get a hold of the foot, left hand on the inside edge of your knee. All right, right hand to the outside edge of your left foot or left knee, you choose. And exhale to extend your left arm back behind you. Work to straighten both legs as much as you can. Now inhale, lift the crown of your head up. And exhale, pull your left fingertips back a little bit more. Find that deeper twist. Keep the breathing. Inhale, come back to the front. Bend your left knee. Place your ankle onto the top of your thigh. Hands come to prayer. Hips low. If you did flying pigeon on the previous side, you can play with that. Or reach your arms back. And I love the imagination here. Find one spot. And imagine those arms or your wings and your dive bombing off a cliff. Can you create that energy in this pose? That idea of freedom, of soaring. If you're in flying pigeon, come back to meet us. Inhale, hands to the center of your chest, stand tall, left knee in front of you at 90. Exhale, foot down, release your hands down. Now be still, Samastitihi. Option to close your eyes. And to let that settle. No fidgets, let the clothes and the hair be. Final breath. Inhale, both hands reach up, option to look up. Exhale, hands to your heart center, bring that energy in and down. Bow forwards to your practice, your intention, your breath. Inhale, long spine, lift your chest. Exhale, step your right leg back behind you. So once again, into a lunge and touch your back knee to the floor just to start here. So lots of options. Full pose we're going to move into is Kundanyasana B. Final arm balance, but if that's not where you are today, you can stay here. Okay, or you can gently work the twist. So we'll start there. Inhale, both hands reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the center of your chest. Chest reaches forwards on an inhale. Exhale, twist to your left. So right elbow connects with the outside edge of your thigh. Maybe you just want to breathe here. This is it. I'm good. You stay. If you want to play with Kundanyasana, you're going to lift your back knee up. Keep a little more power through the legs. This is a little bit of a different way of getting into it. Sometimes I find because the legs are already in this position, it's easier for some people. You're going to plant your hands over to the left side of your mat. Bend your elbows. All right, left arm on the top of your right thigh, right arm, and then you can lift your legs up. Stay for as long as you need, come out when you need to. You got about 2 more breaths there. When you're ready, plant your left foot back down, right foot back, so you're coming back into the twist. Back knee to the floor. Inhale, turn to face the front. Exhale, fingertips down. Inhale to raise your back knee up. Look up, step up to the top of the mat. Feet hip distance, exhale, forward fold. Release that. Inhale, long spine, lift your chest. One more side to do. Exhale, step your left leg back behind you, long lunge. Everybody touch your back knee to the floor. Find that support to begin with, super important. Inhale, both hands reach up. Exhale, hands to the center of your chest. Inhale, long spine, always following your breath. Exhale, twist to your right side. Navel draws in towards your spine, very welcome to be here. Or back toes tucked, raise your back knee up off the floor. Okay, you look down if you're coming into Kundanyasana. Take your hands over to the right side of your mat. Let yourself fall onto your hands. Bend your left elbow so your right thigh is on your left elbow or upper arm. Right elbow bends as well, but it's free. Legs float. And if it's just a hop to begin with, it's just a hop. And it's playing their last breath. All right, come back, even if it's not graceful. Come back into the twist. Inhale, turn to face the front. Exhale, fingertips down. Inhale, back knee lifts up, step back to high plank pose. 5 counts to lower, touch the knees down if you need for 5, 4, 3, 2, lie all the way down for 1. Look to your right side, soften your arms beside you. Enjoy that breath. If it's sped up, just slow it down a little. Forehead to the floor. Place hands underneath your shoulders. Upper arm bones roll back. I'm going to flow through spine strengthening today. So on your inhale, lift just your chest, baby bhujangasana. Exhale, upper arm bones roll back. Navel draws in towards spine tops if you press to the floor. From here, inhale to lift your hands up. And on an exhale, hands simply reach behind you. Maybe they interlock. Maybe the fingertips just pull back. You make that work for your shoulders. And on the exhale, maybe you float your toes up. Again, navel draws in, so this is really extending, but also supporting the low back from the core, not pushing your belly down. Again, very welcome to stay here or bend your knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your foot. Any knee issues, flex your feet, grab your ankles, and on an exhale, kick back. Dhanurasana. Can you infuse this pose now with your intention? Why are you here? What do you want to draw in or press out from this practice? The final breath. And exhale to slowly come down. Look to your left side. So you can even out your neck. Oh, I love being here with you guys. This is cool. Back in Edmonton. And you have such a great community there. Keep supporting them. The studio is awesome. One more breath. Hands underneath your shoulders, forehead to the floor. Navel draws in towards your spine. Inhale, lift up, tabletop. Tuck your toes and exhale to downward facing dog. Full breath in. And full breath out. Inhale, raise your heels, look forwards. Exhale, bend your knees, step, walk, float top of your mat. Sitting bones down, extend your legs straight ahead of you. From here, you can lie down on your back. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. Fingertips reach towards the top of your mat and then slowly roll back, navel to spine. Come all the way down. Okay, walk your feet to be below your knees. Maybe you can brush the back of your heels with your middle fingers. Maybe not, then as close as you can get it. So we did a lot of opening through the back body, so we're going to create a little strength in this back bend instead. So press your feet down. On an inhale, begin to peel your tailbone, your low back up off the floor. Come to bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana, Sarvangasana. Keep pressing down through your arms as you lift up. Now, instead of just lifting up, I want you to imagine that your heels are pulling towards your shoulders. And as you do that, notice how it strengthens the back body from calves, hamstrings, and glutes. So your glutes should be turned on, just not squeezing super hard. You do want to make them engage though, they shouldn't be soft. Bend your elbows, fingertips up towards the sky. Maybe you can lift up a little higher, but without losing that engagement through that back body line. Option to interlock your hands below you. Final 2 breaths here. Arms out, navel to spine, tuck your tailbone and slowly come down. And rest. Enjoy the rest. Take the rest. Don't worry about what we did or what's to come. Not important. You'll get way more out of the rest if you just be here. Okay, we're going to build on that previous one a little more. So plug your feet down. Inhale, peel your low back, your tailbone up off the floor. And again, you can take robot arms, you can bring your arms underneath you, whatever works. Okay, now stay with me because it's a little different. Plant your left foot down. You're going to inhale, raise your right foot up off the mat, but don't lift your right knee higher than your left. So your knees are going to stay at the same height. If that right knee has come above the left, bring it back down. Yeah, this is a back body strengthener. You're going to feel this burn in the hamstring and the glute. They start to shake. That's a good thing. Now if the hips drop, lift them back up. One more breath. Take an inhale, bend your right foot, your right knee, not your foot down. Hips stay up. We got to do the other side. And exhale to lift your left foot up off the mat. Knees stay at the same height. And if your pelvis dropped, press down to lift it up. Keep breathing. One more. Inhale to bend your knee. Arms out, tuck your tailbone and slowly come down. Full breath in. Full breath out. So you have options. Knees can knock knee in towards each other. You can take the soles of your feet and let your knees come out. You can even go straight down, depending on what feels best in your body. I invite you to close your eyes. And back to your breath. Two more full cycles. Okay, the knees are apart, draw the knees back up in towards each other. If the knees are together, simply walk your feet hip distance apart, bring your knees back out in line with your hips. And if your legs are straight, bend them. I'm just going to come back onto my mat here. You stay where you are. From here, you're going to bend your knees, take hold of the hamstrings. Begin to rock back and forth along the length of your spine. Anybody with low back issues, you just roll to one side and slowly press up. And if you want the full vinyasa, option to play with that as you come up. Cross your ankles, plant your palms, shoot the legs back. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. We'll all meet there. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step your right knee or place your right knee behind your right wrist, shin onto the floor. Akapada Kapotasana. Walk your left foot back, walk your hands in, lift your chest tall. So you're very welcome to stay up and play with the back bend if you want a little bit more. Or on the exhale, you can simply walk forwards, but please hinge at your hips. Keep the back as long as you can. And to come down onto your forearms. And if you are coming all the way to the earth, that's great. Just make sure the forehead is supported with stacked fists, a block, or down to the back of the hands or your mat. Great place to be. Stay here if you need to. Option, power flow, move it a little bit further. You're going to lift back up onto your hands. You're going to draw weight, place it down your right sitting bone to the mat. Take your left foot a little bit further forwards, so your left shin is parallel to the top of your mat. Swing your right shin, I should say. Swing your left leg around, and you can stack your left foot on the top of your right knee. So you do want your shins to work to stack. Very welcome to place a block or any other prop, pillow, blanket, between the foot and the knee if need be. You're also welcome to sit on something. So fingertips come beside you, you can lift tall. For some people, it might feel good to begin to walk the hands forwards and fold over your legs. For other people, you're looking at this going, what the heck? Don't do it then. Don't need to. And wherever you are, especially if it's a lot right now, breathe, breathe, breathe. I wish I could read the comments. My eyes are not that good. I'll read them after, I promise. Two more breaths. If you're folded forwards, you're going to walk yourself back up. If you're in pigeon, walk yourself back up too. So if you're a double pigeon, you can swing that top leg around and go back, or you can simply lean back, cross your ankles, and you can flow straight to chaturanga, or step back to downward facing dog. So you do what you need to do. Pigeon, you can step back to downward facing dog, and you can take that optional vinyasa if you want to do it. We'll all meet in down dog. Take a full breath in, and a full breath out. Other side, inhale, float your left leg up. Keep the length and exhale, draw, place gently left knee behind your left wrist into the floor. Inhale, walk your hands in, lift your chest up. You can stay up, you can work on the back bend if that's what you're feeling today, all your practice, or slowly come forwards. As this is a yang practice and not a yin, avoid the tendency to let all the energy drop. You want to keep some of that containment. So if you know what Mula Bandha is, Uddiyana Bandha, there's a gentle lift up and in, especially on the exhales, to keep the hips a little light, to keep the connection to the core, to retain that energy that you're working so hard to create or tap into. So you're very welcome to stay in pigeon or inhale, walk your hands up. Draw weight onto your left side. Very important that that left shin comes forwards to be parallel to the top of your mat. Right leg then swings around. Stack your right foot on top of your knee. One side is going to be more open than the other. Very natural. We're tighter on one side than the other because we're stronger usually. Stay up and begin to fold forwards. Two more breaths. If you're folded forwards at all in either position, inhale, slowly begin to lift yourself up. If you're in double pigeon, you want to play with that flow. Cross your ankles, plant your palms in front, shoot the legs back or step back. Optional vinyasa. We all meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forwards. You can jump to seated or lower your knees down, cross your ankles, bring your feet in front. Okay. Paschimottanasana, very welcome to sit on a block, very welcome to have bent knees. Feet go up towards the ceiling, flex your feet. Inhale, both hands reach up towards the sky. Exhale, long spine, fold forwards and down. Maybe you can touch your toes, maybe you can't. That's like the least important part of this pose. What is important is that your back is long and you're breathing into the back body. You're feeling a stretch there. So as long as you're feeling a stretch, you're doing it. And Krishnamacharya, the father of modern yoga, said this is one of the 5 diamond poses, one of the 5 poses you should do every day. And bonus points if you can name the other 4. I'll award gold stars at the end of practice. One more breath. Plug down to the back, your legs press down. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, arms out to the side and down. Bend your right knee, sole of the foot to the floor. Take your right foot to the outside of your left leg. You have the option to bend your left knee in. If when you do that, the right sitting bone comes way up off the mat, then you just extend your leg back out. Option to sit on a block as well. Right arm behind you. Inhale, bring your left arm up to the sky, and then exhale, elbow or hand to the outside of your knee for the twist. So with each inhale, get a little bit taller, a little more lifted through the crown of your head. And then exhale, arm or hand to the outside of your thigh can help a little bit to pull your left ribs through and your right ribs back. Your head, your gaze just follow. They're not leading the way. It's happening from your mid-back. If the bind is in your practice, you can thread your right arm through the legs. Bring your left arm through the legs. Bring your right arm behind you. Hook on for the fingertips for the twist. Undo, inhale, come back to face the front. And exhale your legs straight out. We'll do the other side, left leg bends, sole of the foot on the floor outside of your right leg. Option to bend your right leg in. Bring your left arm behind you. Inhale, raise your right arm up. Exhale, elbow or hand to the outside of your thigh for the twist. What you want to avoid is that the rounding that happens through the upper back. So instead, lift tall. The longer your spine is, the more you can get that twist action in it. If your spine's rounded, it's going to be too hard. The bind is that your right hand will come through the whole of your legs, and that left hand will reach around behind. One more breath. Undo, inhale, come back to face the front. And exhale your legs straight out. You can bend the knees, soles of the feet to the floor, reach fingertips towards the front of your mat, take an inhale, and slowly begin to roll back vertebrae by vertebrae, come all the way back. And find yourself into Shavasana. So here, before you get yourself situated, bolsters, blankets, sweaters, phone on silent, whatever you need. I do like to point out, especially because you guys are practicing at home, if you have to get drawn out because of kids or animals or partners, then that's fine. Really try to keep Shavasana within your practice, especially after doing this much work. So don't skim it just because it's the end of class. Really try to incorporate this. It's so important. So feet are hip distance or mat distance apart, arms slightly away from you, palms face up. I like to take a little moment and extend the back of my head long so my chin comes a little bit closer towards my chest, the back of my neck lengthens. Take a full breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Again, in through your nose. Even sigh it out. Let any control of your breath leave. And allow your body to, what I call, breathe for itself. We did the control, we did the alignment. Now it's time for surrender. have time for an extended Shavasana, please take it. Otherwise, begin to deepen your breath. Wake up your body with small movements, natural movements, organic movements. Option to pull the knees in towards the chest, or to stretch out and go long. Roll over onto one side. And slowly begin to press up. All right, my friends. This is where I leave you. It feels like a quick goodbye, but I'm so happy to do this. I'm so happy to practice with you guys. Love you, long time. It's been great to see you. I'm just going to unplug it. Keep supporting. Yeah, because you guys have a great place there, and yeah, so any donations, any support you can give them is massive. We want studios to come back to you when this is all over. You guys are awesome. You can check us out on One Yoga Victoria too if you're ever around. And I got to practice with somebody too. Kate was here. And she's filming a class right after me. So yeah, thanks guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.